Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a really quick recipe. We're going to be doing Butterfinger Brownies. Here is all the ingredients that you're going to need minus the whipped topping, which you'll see that at the end. The ingredients that we're going to be using today is some boxed brownies. Yes, I said box. That's why it's called Average Mom Recipes. We're also going to be using Butterfinger. We're going to be using sweet condensed milk. We're going to be using caramel. And we're also going to be using eggs, oil, and whipped topping. So of course the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and get our brownie mix together. Pretty much all you're going to do is put this in a big bowl and look at the back of your packaging, and it's going to tell you the ingredients that will need to be used. Guys, so the next thing that you're going to do is you can either use a cooking oil spray or you can butter your dish like I'm doing. I had actually ran out of cooking oil spray, so I went ahead and did the butter. That way your brownies don't stick when you cook them. So once you get your brownies in your dish, what you're going to do is go ahead and pop them into the oven. Every brownie mix is different, so just make sure you look at the back of your box so you can see what the oven needs to be heated on and the time limit that those need to be cooked. Alright, so next we're going to go ahead and start making the topping for our brownies. It's really simple. We're going to take a 14 ounce of sweetened condensed milk and a 14 ounce of Hershey's caramel in a jar, and we're going to mix those together. So once we have that mixed up completely, we're going to go ahead and start crushing our Butterfingers. Best thing to do is get something kind of heavy like the end of your spatula or the end of your spoon, and go ahead and start hitting those until they're crushed up very finely.
Good job. Oh my god.
Alright guys, and the brownies are completely finished. The next thing we're going to do while it's still warm is go ahead and poke our holes that are needed. I'm actually doing mine with a straw. It doesn't matter what you use as long as you can poke a decent size hole in it. Alright guys, and once we get our holes put into our brownies, we're going to go ahead and take our topping that we made with our sweetened condensed milk and our caramel, and we're going to go ahead and get that poured over the brownies. Now as you'll see in the video from where we made the holes, your caramel and sweetened condensed milk is going to go ahead and start seeping down into the brownies. We're actually going to let this set for maybe an hour to an hour and a half for that to really get down into the brownies. Alright, so after we let that set and get down into the brownies, we're going to go ahead and start adding our crushed Butterfinger onto the top of those. You're going to leave a little bit of the Butterfinger in the bowl. That way, once you put your whipped topping on, you'll have some to go over the top of that. Alright, and as you guys can see, I did leave the brownies setting for a little while. You don't want to put the whipped topping on too fast or else it's going to melt if the brownies are hot. Once you get your container of your Cool Whip out, you can go ahead and start putting that on top. What you want to do is just make sure you get that spread around evenly. Then after that, you're going to take the remainder of your crushed Butterfinger and put that on top, and then you are completely done. Alright y'all, and here is our finished product. This is a really simple recipe like I had stated earlier. It is something fun that you can do with the kids as well. You can also use a German chocolate cake mix if you don't want to use brownie. That's completely up to you guys. Also want to say that these do need to be refrigerated after you serve them, and whatever is remaining needs to be refrigerated. Just because you have the whipped topping on top, you don't want that to go bad. We're going to go ahead and get one plated so you can see how everything looks on the inside, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. If you have any questions, just comment down below. I'll be glad to answer anything that you guys may have. All right, I hope you have a good night. Thanks.